Hey everyone, welcome back to the drawing board. My name is Courtney Casto, and today I'm going to show you how I document my photography studio habits. Now I'm doing this because I want to show my AP Art students how they can provide visual evidence of their process to the AP readers, or maybe to photographers just getting their start who want to show prospective clients or employers what it is that they do all day. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the things that I think digital photographers skip oftentimes is this idea of the contact sheet. Now, it used to be 20-30 years ago, this was the first thing that you had to do if you were trying to produce quality photographs. You would develop your film negatives, take them into the darkroom, lay them down under the enlarger, and then put them through each of the chemical baths, let them dry overnight, come back in after they were dry, and then scrutinize that contact sheet with a magnifying glass on a light table. And you would manually make notes on top of your photographs about the composition, the detail, the lighting, that kind of stuff. And you did this so that you weren't wasting your time developing photographs that weren't really that visually engaging. So we can take this traditional mindset and apply it towards this digital world that we're living in now. So when you plug your SD card into your computer, you're already getting this thumbnail view of all the photographs that you took. Or when you import them into Lightroom, you can see them all in your library. So if you take a look at these pictures, I've already given these up here a 5-star rating. And this is actually just a screenshot of the Lightroom application that I was using to catalog these particular images. So the ones down here have no star rating assigned to them. What I've done is just sorted this picture so that you could see some of the ones that I've starred, some of the ones that I've left blank, so that if I were turning this into a client or an AP reader, they could see, wow, okay, they have a cataloging system, or they have a sorting system that they're using to edit their photographs. And there's a couple of ways that I could sort them at this point. I could either, if I was in the square view, you can see some of them have already been rated, I could go through here and click a star, then I've given it 5 stars at that point, or I can open a photograph just one-on-one in the large view and give it a star rating down here. So typically, I go through a batch of photographs at least twice. I'll give it that first pass-through reaction. I really respond to these photographs. Then when I go back and start to actually edit them, I'll try and eliminate even more. So this would be nice for showcasing, hey, here are my top 15, my favorite pictures from this particular photo shoot. And some qualities you can see again, lots of negative space. I'm really interested with creating strong focal points, big skies, and I do like playing with a bit of the dramatic lighting qualities. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is create a before and after of your editing process. I'm not going to get into how to edit the photograph in this case, that'll be a later video. This just shows you how I go through and make the image to showcase the before and after, what I've done to the photograph. Now if you're using classic version of Lightroom, or the desktop version, you actually still have this function. There's a button that lives down here where it'll create a split screen view of the before and after. I haven't been able to figure out how to do that in Adobe CC. If you know of a quick way to create the before and after split screen view, please drop a comment below and show me, because it does take a little bit of time to create this type of image. So we have the before and after button here where we can show the original, which is still cool, but unless you're sitting there clicking this button, there's not a way to simultaneously display the two. And I really miss that. And I know that we have to show our AP readers the before and after for our photographs. So I did a little screenshot of this. So what I'm going to do is press the print screen button on my keyboard, and then I'm going to go to Photoshop and create a new clipboard. And at this point what I can do is paste the screenshot here. So I'm in Photoshop at this point. I'm using Lightroom and Photoshop to edit my pictures almost always. So what I'm going to do is go back to Lightroom and turn the original back on. And you do that with the backward slash key. So this is what it looks like in the beginning. I'm going to open up my snipping tool, which is just another tool that's on most computers to create a screenshot. And what I'm going to do is come through and just try to select the left-hand side. Now, if I had waited long enough, that little blue box would go away, but in this case I'm not really going to be too bothered with it, so maybe I'll cut it off right about here, because I really just want to do like a half and half. Then I'm going to copy this, bring it back into Photoshop. I'm going to make a new layer and paste, Control V shortcut key, paste that particular image on top. So I'm going to use the Move tool and try to line it up right in the middle here. So if I click off of this and hide my Layers panel, you can see that what I've essentially done is a few things here. So I've showcased my film strip down at the bottom so that the viewer could see potentially some of the other photographs in the collection. And I've also showcased my editing panel off to the right-hand side so that they can see some of the work that I put in on this particular image. Now I know that this image is a little bit stylized. I also just really love big skies and negative space, and I loved these colors, this almost like desaturated, muted, kind of dramatic. I'm going to pull up the end result here. I just felt like the sky, this sort of celadon color and this hay color of the grass was kind of lovely in comparison. So don't be afraid to take some liberties with the colors of the pictures that you're working on. It's nice to be true to life, but you can also potentially work on the aesthetic qualities of the photograph. Now the last thing I'm going to show you guys today is how to stitch together a panoramic photograph inside Lightroom. This is a feature I didn't start playing with really until this summer. I was taking pictures intentionally for this. So what I did was the same process of the screenshot method here. I went back and screenshotted the 3 individual photographs and then took a screenshot of the screen in Lightroom where you blend or merge the particular photographs together. And I can show you guys what the end result was. This was at the top of the Haleakala Summit in Maui over the summer. It was a 10,000 feet elevation, and we got there for the sunrise. This was the view on the other side of the mountain where the sun was not setting. Now, to show you guys how to do the panoramic in Lightroom, I'm actually going to open up some pictures that I took at a different location. It was called Little Big Econ State Forest. It was a pretty cool trail. I didn't get very far down it, but I did walk around for a couple hours and take some pictures. So I was standing on the edge of this kind of riverbank here, and I tried to stand very still but rotate from right to left, taking these photographs, because the plan was, I want to take these back into Lightroom and try to stitch them together with the merge function. So I'm going to open back up my square grid view so that I can see the pictures kind of where they stop. It looks like they stop a little bit further down. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key from this first one here. I have this one selected, and I might just select all of these. These are all part of that little shoot where I was trying to get this entire riverbank. So I'm going to right click this now because I have all these pictures selected, and I'm going to go down to Photo Merge, and I will choose Panorama Merge. So this is going to create kind of a preview for me, and there's different choices off to the side depending on what you are merging together. With landscapes, I've had a lot of success with both the spherical and the cylindrical view. I haven't tried to stitch together many architectural panoramas yet, but when I do, I'd be using this feature right here. So this is what the spherical looks like. It just generated that for me. I could click on cylindrical, and it'll take a little bit more time to generate that preview. So what it's doing now is lining up all these edges. It's going through and scanning the pictures to see how they would fit best together. And when it's done generating this, like it is now, what I'm going to do is click on auto crop, and it'll completely straighten everything out. And what we can do is kind of click in here and you can see all this beautiful, pretty detail. So that is the last thing that I want to teach you guys today, or show you guys today. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any ideas or you want to tell me about how you document your process, please feel free to drop me a comment below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!